Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. Double honors to the elders for pushing his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. I say shalom to you, Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out. Salakia. And this is as of March 17, 2023. This is from RT.com, business news, alternative news around the world, and it reads: Credit Suisse stock continues to slide, right? And this was an announcement about when it first when this first story came into mind. I believe it was like day before yesterday. They kind of felt the after effects of what happened to the Silicon Valley banks. About like 4 or 5 days ago. Now, this is like the second day the stocks of the Credit Suisse, is continuing to slide. The stock's value continue to slide once again for second straight day, I believe. And then you got the over here in America, the stocks are down in the stock market, stocks exchange. I believe they're down like 300 points in the negatives category of the Dow Jones, due to the fact, even though both nations over there in Europe and the United States, both countries had a plan with the alternative rescue money to fund all the money that was lost from Silicon Valley and other banks as well too, was affected by Credit Suisse and by Silicon Valley Bank as well too. So I just want to add a note to that. But I'm finna go on ahead and read the news article. It says the Credit Suisse stock continues to slide. Shares in the embattled lender plunge over 10% on Friday. And it says Credit Suisse shares resume their decline on Friday, erasing the previous session gains as investors' concerns continues rising despite the news of a $54 billion lifeline, similar to the United States as well too. It says the price of the stocks in Switzerland's second largest bank has dropped by more than 10% following the 2-day sharp swing, which saw its shares jump 20% on Thursday and after a nearly 25% plunge on Wednesday. The slide came after the bank's biggest investor, Saudi National Bank, confirmed it will not be able to provide further financial assistance due to the regulator and the statutory limits, if I pronounce that right. It says the market tumble engulfing the Swiss lender was triggered by last week's collapse of the U.S. tech lenders. On Thursday, Credit Suisse announced it would borrow up to 50 million Swiss francs, 53.8 billion, from the country's central bank, the Swiss National Bank, to restore investors that have enough money to stay afloat. In addition to the loan, the troubled lender purchased billions of dollars of its own debt to manage the liabilities and interest payment expenses. The offer covers 2.5 billion of US dollars bonds and 5.29 million of euro bonds. Whether depositors sufficiently resorted to steam overflows over the next few days is a key question in our view. Head of investor strategist RBC Wealth Management for Federico Carrier told Reuters, while markets are relieved that the Swiss central bank stepped in, sentiment is bound to remain very fragile, particularly as investors will likely worry about eventual economic impact of aggressive monetary policy tightened by the European central banks, she added. So I'm not going to read all the rest of that, But as it sees credit Susie stocks continues to slide after a Wednesday plunge from 25%, and then after a good solid gain of 50%, I believe, and then now it dropped back down as of Friday. You know, so with that, this was just a sit down lesson that I wanted to bring out of this recent news article as of March 17, 2023. Alternative news around the world in the business category as Credit Suisse stock continues to slide, regardless of rescue, the rescue lifeline, 54 billion lifeline that was put back into the banks, I believe, of Susie. But their stock continues to crumble after a good solid gain from Thursday. Now is a new day on Friday. The stocks plunged from 10%. So with that, once again, I hope this sit-down lesson was edifying of the reading of this news article. So with that, I would like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Karkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching His word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.